Dan Snyder's gone.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. The witch is dead. The witch is dead. Ding dong, the witch is dead.
So happy to see somebody get $6 billion richer. I really like the Commanders.
Can they just be the wild hog?
The Commanders, the Redskins, the football team. What are they? No Dan
Can
Snyder.
they just be the wild hogs?
Yeah, I'm okay with wild hogs, wolves, whatever you want to call it.
The Generals have them be all green and lose everything.
Let's get it set. Let's just get this all taken care of. I'm tired of this jumble of a team name, you know? Dan Snyder's gone. I really like the Commanders.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. The witch is dead. The witch is dead. The witch is dead. Ding dong, the witch is dead.
I really want the Commanders to do well. Obviously, I don't think they're going to win it all. I don't think they're going to win their division, but I think they're going to make a little bit of noise. I think they're going to upset somebody's party. I don't know. I think maybe they might have a guy in Sam Howell, especially with receivers like Terry McLaurin and Curtis Samuel. I think they got some decent weapons out there.
Jahan Dotson as well.
Yeah.
Byron Pringle.
Oh yeah, they added him too.
Yeah, they got some speed.
Logan Thomas isn't terrible.
Yep,
he's a solid tight end.
Yeah, solid tight end. Yeah, I think the big question is, what is Sam Howell? What is he going to be? Obviously, like the only time he played last year, he cooked the Dallas Cowboys in a completely meaningless Week 18 game that we are all forced to watch for no reason. But the offensive line should be okay. I don't know how it's not going to be able to hold up very well against the Eagles or the Cowboys in this division, but it can protect Howell decently otherwise. This defense, though, really carried the team last year. The defense was pretty solid.
Yeah, and I mean, when you look at the roster, if they were in pretty much any other division in the NFC, you would say, you know what, they actually have kind of a shot. But the three teams in front of them, we all just said that they're all playoff teams.
We've been talking very good about these teams, which, by the way, this is a huge difference. So you watched our show a few years ago. We were bashing this division endlessly.
Top to bottom.
All of a sudden, I mean, we're looking at a division here that could have three playoff teams. Again.
Yeah, I think another one fighting for it. The offense is literally going to come down to Sam Howell. How does he perform? He looked good throwing 157 yards and a touchdown in a meaningless game that they really didn't mean to pass the ball that much. I mean, Brian Robinson last year, he got shot and came back and then had like a ton of carries and for a ton of yards. I didn't look up exactly what he got, but they got Antonio Gibson behind him, so they still got a little bit of depth.
They got Robinson to get the tough yards, and they got Gibson to kind of catch passes and maybe make an explosive play here and there.
And then their defense is stacked. Like they just went out and got a couple guys. Emmanuel Forbes looks like he's going to be one of the better corners from this draft. A lot of people were super high on him. But they got Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Montez Sweat. Like that is probably one of the best defensive lines I've seen on paper in a long time. They had that last year, but in the past few years. But Chase Young got hurt. Chase Young is in a contract year, so you know he's just going to eat.
Yeah, and I mean he's another year recovering from the torn ACL. Like even when he came back last year, he wasn't fully himself yet. So now watch for him to step up and be more like what we saw him early on in his career.
Come back.
The only question mark I got is linebackers, but as long as they can cover and tackle, you don't really need like the best linebackers in the NFL. You just need someone who can just get in the way. You need a good secondary. Pretty much, though. I mean, like stand in the hole or stand right in the zone where the receiver's going to be. Like that's pretty much what linebackers are nowadays. But
just get in the way.
I don't think Sam Howell would be a terrible backup quarterback to Caleb Williams in the near future. So who knows,
But they do have Eric Bieniemy, who wants to prove himself outside of Andy Reid as offense coordinator, and they got Ron Rivera, who has proven himself to be a really good coach in this league. So they got, and I didn't realize they have Jack Del Rio as their defensive coordinator. So they got another good coaching staff. So look for the Washington Commanders or whatever the hell they're going to end up being. But shout out to Dan Snyder being out of here.
Goodbye.
This team could possibly make a complete 180 and then just go on a run. They need a new stadium so poop isn't falling from pipes and literally
This
every
stadium's
player in the NFL
atrocious.
who's gotten hurt has gotten hurt on that field. So look for new ownership to take that over. But man, Washington has some promise.
So happy to see somebody get $6 billion richer.
I know. And then he got fined immediately after.
Good.
That's what I mean.
I was hoping it would be more, but oh well.